To understand my English, I'm speaking Malaysian, Minnesota English.
Yes,
all right. This project of mine is going to be a lifelong project. It's based on this book. And of course, the Bible. Okay. This is not a Christian book, but it is a well-respected research carried out by Gallup Press, Gallup. Okay, Gallup has done research all over the world, almost on anything under the sky, and they have done 50 years of research on well-being on 150 countries, and hard to believe that, but they claim that they have done close to 98% of the world population on this topic of well-being. Okay, as a result of this decade of studies, Gallup discovered 5 statistical factors that are very universal, that we can say that there is what actually the indicator of well-being. Okay, these 5 well-being elements are the currency of life that makes these elements that make it so crucial. Let me see what I was trying to say down there. There are matters. These are essential to most people. Okay, true well-being requires attention. If you want to be well, okay, everything, okay, according to the world, okay, this is not the biblical definition of well-being yet. This is the secular definition. According to the world, if we really want to fully feel, their version of peace and well-being, these are the 5 elements. Okay, let me introduce that. Okay. Number 1, career well-being, such as how you occupy your time. Do you like what you are doing? Okay, so these are the things that I believe even for Christians, we can also reflect on that. What am I doing? Okay, am I doing it for somebody? Or am I doing this to pay the bills? Or do I really like what I'm doing? Okay, so this book talk about that. This is a question that we need to reflect on ourselves. If not, then we will just be, feeling so agitated every day, and feel frustrated. Oh, I'm going to work. It's Monday again. So all this kind of things. So according to this book, people have that kind of struggle. And then number 2, the indicator of well-being according to the world, social well-being. That means how good or strong your relationships with family members, with relatives, with friends, with people close to you. How do we invest time? Do we invest time, with those people? And how often do we invest time? Because they will rub on you. You can influence them. They can inspire you. It goes around. So all the energy, according to the world, the positive energy will flow from back and forth. Okay, and then another indicator of well-being, according to this book, is financial well-being. How effective do we manage our income, our money? If you have extra money, are you going to invest it in stock? Are you going to buy a new home so that you can rent it out and generate income? So that financial management is also another part that will affect your well-being. And then physical well-being. Of course, I'm going to ask Trevor, come on, do your trick now. Okay, Trevor. Okay, we're gonna have a fun class today. Okay, it's not just about. Okay, so I try to get Trevor, to enjoy some exercise at home, but I know that it's hard to do. Okay. If you cannot do it, that's fine. At least he's holding it and show it to all of you. Okay. Yeah, jump rope. Okay. So now, how often do we? Thank you so much, buddy. How much do we take care of the physical body? Okay, I'm not saying that we have to go to the gym every day. We have to, build our muscles like Mr. Olympia. Okay, so this book says that if we were to just invest, maybe 5 minutes a day, walk around the park, or bicycling, or just go out for nature therapy, it helps. It helps. Those small things, it helps. If you walk up the flight of stairs, every day, it helps. Okay, so those are important things. And then finally, according to this book, okay, community well-being, meaning that are you engaging with your surrounding community? If you live in St. Paul, live in this neighborhood, are you involved in anything that can bring impact to their lives? And now some of you are involved maybe with Feed My Starving Children, involved with different kind of charity organization. Okay, you don't have to go to another country to do that. So according to this book, if an individual is doing all these things, investing his time or her time a bit, in these 5 elements, then he or she would have a very positive well-being. In other words, their version of Shalom. Okay, according to this research, only 66% of the world are doing at least one, doing well at least one. Okay, for example, somebody can be, this 66% can be those who are spending too much of time at their work, okay, building up the career, and then neglected their relationship, neglected other physical, well-being, and not engaging with community. It could be the other way around too. I can be so involved in community and then neglected my family, financial responsibility, and not connecting with my own, children. It can also be that way. So according to this book, most people, when they come to the end of their life, okay, they will look back and say that, I wish I would spend more time with my families. I wish I could, give away some money to help those kids, that just came from Malaysia or something like that, so that they can go to school. I wish I can, walk another, mile, with my wife holding her hands, or, so that we can feel healthier and we can, enjoy a better, life. And I wish I can, improve in my presentation skill. That's under career well-being. So a lot of people have this kind of last minute regret according to this book. I wish. But according to this research, you do not need to wait until the very end. Okay, I believe as Christians, we are called to be a blessing. We are called to understand that these are the areas that God can bless us. God can bless us. So that when we come to the end of our life, okay, we do not just realize that, oh man, there are those neighbors next to my house, or that I have never talked to for 3 decades. I have so much money left in my bank account, and I only have 3 kids or 2 cats, or how am I going to divide them? There are people down the road who never even have enough money to buy breakfast. So according to this book, people will come to that kind of regret mode. Okay, but we shouldn't, as believers of God. Okay. So Shalom, okay, here's your Hebrew lesson, okay? I'm going to pretend to be a very smart Hebrew scholar. Okay, this is all from Wikipedia, okay? Spelled as Shalom, Shalom, okay? It's a Hebrew word. Most Christians would be aware that the Hebrew word Shalom means peace. However, this is only a small part of the real meaning. That was my first impression when people tell me, from church, oh, Shalom means peace, okay? But according to Strong Concordance Dictionary, its meaning as completeness, wholeness, health, peace, welfare, safety, soundness, tranquility, prosperity, perfectness, fullness, rest, harmony, the absence of agitation or discord. Wow, it's really the real super extravagant meaning of well-being. Am I right? I believe that some of you may not realize how vast and how great, how complete the word Shalom is until this morning. Maybe some of you, have some idea. Okay, biblical Shalom is seen as a reference to well-being. Okay, Genesis 47, and those are the slides. Okay, I can give you all these slides. There's no copyright. And in the prayer for the well-being of cities or nations, okay, reference Psalms 122:6, Jeremiah 29:7. And then there's another word that will go along with our practice of Shalom. How do we embrace that? That's called Tikkun Olam, to repair the world. It's a concept in Judaism. Tikkun Olam is the idea that the Jews bear responsibility not only for their own moral, spiritual, and material welfare, but also the welfare of society at large. Okay, that is really amazing. For example, I mean, I'm not Jewish, okay, but I believe that a lot of our Christians value derived from the Old Testament, how we treat people, strangers, and stuff like that, okay. And I believe that when we see ourselves as an agent of healing to my community, okay, when I see myself as a mediator for groups of students who are fighting in school, then I apply Tikkun Olam to my school. Okay, so this is the thing that the Jewish are so good. They are blessing the world today. I'm not promoting Jewish religion here, but I'm just trying to say that, they are still living this principle in their lives today. They help people all over the world, whether they're Christian, Jewish, or Muslims or Buddhists. Some cannot afford, medical care in their own country. They will fly to Israel, for surgery. I have documentation that talk about that. If you're interested to know more, that's how they believe that they have a special mandate to do that. Okay, there'll be breakout room discussion. Okay, I'm not just going to ramble all the time here. Okay, just going to go through a quick one, and then we'll have a breakout room for discussion. Okay, so according to this book again, okay, do you like what you are doing each day? According to this research, 5 decades of research, only 20% of the people really like what they are doing. Okay, like means like, yes, it's Monday. I'm going back to school to be with my students. I enjoy the school cafeteria food. Yes. Okay, I show my wife, each day what I eat in the school cafeteria over the last 1 month. And oh, we have salad, they have salad. Okay. How do you define work? So I have a book here that perhaps you can take a look. It's called Life Works by Daryl Miller, one of my favorite writers. They talk about what's the biblical view on work. Okay, so the world look at work as a status platform for them to show that, hey, I'm a CEO of a company, and some people will look at work as, okay, it's just, a responsibility I need to do for my family, my parents, and my generation are all doctors and engineers, therefore I need to keep up with that kind of, so this thing happen, this world will happen in India, okay? So I don't have the answer for all these questions, but it's good to reflect. These are the circular questions from the world, okay? Is it possible to enjoy your work? Yes. When God and you work together, then you see miracles at your work. It happens to me. I'm not bragging, okay? I do not enjoy my work when I was out of college. I know that I have responsibility to pay back to my parents all the wonderful deeds that they've done to me. I want to honor them every month, with a portion of my salary, and then pay bills and stuff like that. But as I go into the career path after 10 years, 15 years, I begin to redefine that I need to have a little bit control of my work, how to improve my my skills in my work, so I can continue to be a blessing, a shalom, okay, to my colleagues at work, to my community, okay. So I began to rewire again. So I want to challenge all of us as Christians to embrace lifelong learning, to keep on reinventing yourself, sharpening your skill, okay. 3 recommendations of boosting your career according to this book. I believe some of those are very common sense that we can use. Use your strength every day. Discover what your strength is. Because when we know our strength, we will be able to capitalize on that. Okay, there's a book on that. Okay, a lot of people say, why should we have a book for every topic? Okay, make sure that these are. I do make sure that they are written by reliable and godly people. Living your strengths. Okay, and the author is Albert Weinsman. Donald Clifton, okay, he's part of the WellBeing project. All right, so utilize your strength. Take time to reflect. What is my strength? Because in our world, we don't really seem to praise people. about their strength. We always like to point other people's weaknesses. This happened, in many parts of Asia, very comparative. Okay, almost like in Singapore, I would say that maybe 70% of the population have a master's degree. I'm serious. Okay, and their goal is to be a millionaire before the age of 30 in Singapore. Yeah, it's a very comparative, stressful, successful country, but okay. Identify someone with a shared missions who encourage your growth. Spend more time with that person. Paul and Timothy in the Bible, right? Paul invested in Timothy. Make social time with those people at work. Maybe you can connect with someone in the business industry who share the same vision as you, how to be a blessing to this neighborhood. Those are the recommendations. Okay, this is the last slide before we go to the breakout room, and then we're almost done. Okay. Maybe I skip one slide. Oh yeah, number 2, social well-being. Okay, the Jewish people are very good in that. They connect, with community next door. They do a lot of things, So according to this well-being circular book, how do we invest time with our families? Okay, I always tell Donna, ask Donna, when are we visiting our parents? Okay. So connecting with your neighbors, network, they can affect your mood and vice versa. Okay, your neighbors next door, whether you know them well or not too well. Okay, so this book said that we need to make time to invest in them. You cannot choose your family, but you can choose your friends. Okay, because we are all born into our own biological family, but we can connect with people so that we can learn and bless them. We have stock in others' well-being. Relationships serve as a buffer during tough times. For example, if something breaks down, you know that you can call your next door friend. Hey, can you please call the ambulance? This thing happened. Can you please call? Someone. So those relationships are very crucial according to this book. People who are just workaholic all the time. Okay, when terrible things happen, they will just be so fast, fall into depression because they feel that all my colleagues are 50 or 100 miles away, and the next door neighbor, they don't know too many people in their neighborhood or close proximity. So your entire social network affects your health, habits, and well-being. Mutual friendship matter even more. Okay, strengthen your entire social network according to this book. Strengthen means call them up, maybe send WhatsApp, have some emoji that's funny one, and connect with them. These are the new millennial words, and make time right now. During the pandemic, people have a virtual dinner, virtual breakfast. Everything is virtual, right? So all those things are possible, even though it may not be the best scenario, but at least it helps, according to this book, to strengthen your well-being, so that when you have a problem at another area of well-being, like career, your social network will be a booster for you to encourage you, according to this book, so people do not go down mentally. Okay, I think we just spent about time of this. This book recommends 2 to 6 hours a day socializing. Wow, that's almost impossible. Okay, but maybe you can reflect. How much time have we spent with people outside of our church building, outside of our workspace? How much time? Because those are very important according to this research done. Okay, it's research based. It's not just what I say. Okay. Breakout questions. Okay, there are some questions here. You can reflect, discuss among yourself, and then these 2 verses, Jeremiah 17, verse 7 to 8, and John chapter 15, verse 1 to 8. I believe these are the 2 very accurate words that explain the shalom that God would give to us as we receive it from him, and how we will continue to flourish in this area. Okay, so maybe we can take maybe 10 minutes. How am I going to do breakout room, Carol?
I suggest 8. you make some breakout rooms on Zoom.
Oh.
And we have one breakout room here.
Sure.
And then we can report back to each other.
Sure.
Could you speak that into the microphone? People did not hear that on Zoom, and I have to type the question.
Oh, okay.
Because they won't see them.
Sure. Okay. Let me try to do the breakout room here. Okay. Are you familiar with the non-Apple computer? I'm an Apple cult member.
I will break them up.
Oh, you'll break them up. Great. Okay. The question is, which of the 5 well-being elements do you feel need the most attention? Okay. Those 5 well-being elements are career, social relationship, financial management, and physical, okay, health, and then community engagement. Even though those are recommended by this circular book, but I believe that we as Christians can also capitalize on those areas. And then which well-being element have you been nurturing the most? Okay, and then look up those 2 verses, pray for one another, and then in 10 minutes, okay, we can come back 10 minutes, right?
Can you tell the breakout rooms to open up their chat so they can see the questions?
Yeah, please open up the chat. You can see the question, okay? Open up the chat. Yeah, the chat box.
And those in the breakout or on Zoom, I will make you into rooms. Please stop sharing, Waihan.
Oh, stop sharing. Okay. I'll stop sharing. Me? Team, good, good. All right, I believe those discussion question is not going to end with your group. I believe that those are your lifelong questions. Lifelong questions for us to reflect, because at the end of our journey on earth, we just do not want to be a very super spiritual Christian only, but we are actually making a simple impact to our community. Simple, because there's one signboard that I read. It says that if you do not invest in your wellness, you will have to someday invest in your illness. Okay, it might sound too harsh, but actually that is very much into the physical and the mental health. But I think for us as Christians, a few minutes and a little bit of investment in those 5 areas will eventually lead us feel that at the end, when we leave planet Earth, we feel that we have connect with a few people. Not that we have to, no, but because we love to, because we are the agent of Shalom and Tikkun Olam to our world. I believe that, many of us here are not billionaires, like, those are corporate CEO people, okay? Many of us think that maybe those are the people that make significant impact in the world, but that's not very true. According to this Gallup research, okay? Just because people are billionaires and millionaires and superstar celebrity doesn't mean that they are happy at the end of their career, okay? They might have a lot of regrets. Life, we cannot know what is going to happen. Okay, last year, one of the best basketball player, Kobe Bryant, died from a helicopter crash, maybe at the age of 50. Okay, a lot of young celebrities in Korea. Okay, the Korean pop culture full of jealousy, envy. Many of those young 20-something and 30-something K-pop people took their lives just because they couldn't handle those social media bullying. Okay, so those are the things that we look back, and say that, are we living our full shalom? Okay, here are some of the verses. You can take a screenshot so that you can review and check with your own lives, and some of you might have your own verse. Okay, for Christians, how do we look at career, social well-being, physical, financial management, community well-being? I add another one, emotional and mental, okay? How can we be well in those areas and not have a different motivation of doing that compared to the world? Okay, our motivation is Christ. Okay, our motivation is Jesus has paid all. Jesus has given us all. Jesus has given his power, and he said in Matthew 28 and 18 to 20, I will be with you to the end of the earth. Okay, all authority in heaven and earth are given, to me. That means we are going to this world, this community, this career with his power, with his shalom. That's a bigger one. I feel that over the last 10 years, God has reinvented me a second time. Okay, I feel that right now I'm Waihan 2.0, not because I want to sound like I'm very geeky, you know, but I believe that God has reinvented me. I never intend to be in the education sector to make an influence in Malaysia. Okay, for the career well-being, Acts chapter 13, verse 36. Some of you are familiar, you don't have to look at it, you can take a screenshot about King David. Okay, he served his generation and he went to sleep. That's the some translations say. So if we see ourselves as a steward, as a servant of God, okay, if you are a CEO, if you are a judge of a county, if you are the police officer, if you are a superintendent, if we see ourselves to serve our fellow human beings and our fellow colleagues, then we know that we are imparting God's blessing to them instead of lording over them. Okay, so that is what King David is portrayed. Okay, in book of Acts chapter 13, he served his generation and he went to sleep. Okay, Matthew 5:13 to 16. Many of you memorize this. We are the salt and the light. Okay, we do not want to lose those effectiveness of those two elements that God, give a symbol to us: salt and light. Okay, something to reflect on. I'm not going to go very deep, but something to reflect on for all of you. Ecclesiastes 10:10. They say, right? Ecclesiastes 10:10. It says that if the axe is dull and its edge unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success. Okay, it kind of challenges as Christian. Okay, we just cannot be praying all the time. We need to take time to work on our skills that we can use to serve and make an impact in the business world, in the school, and stuff like that. I continue to take classes, take workshops, so that I can improve myself and be more effective in my teaching ministry with the charter school part-time. Even though I do it part-time, I take it very seriously. Okay, and then Ephesians 2:10. Okay, we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus. Okay, not created from the University of Minnesota, even though they give me education or Winona State, but created in Christ Jesus. That means we must embrace God's wisdom in our career advancement. Okay, the world gives us knowledge. Okay, physics, geometry, all those are knowledge. But God's shalom gives us wisdom beyond knowledge that is even sharper and more powerful. Okay, so just going to emphasize on the first area. I'm not going to go through the whole lot. Take a screenshot of these verses related to our well-being, and then start reflecting on that. Start making adjustment so that you experience God's shalom yourself. Okay, we cannot give away to the world unless we are refilled. We need to be refilled. It's always free refill in Jesus. You get it from your community, just like Acts, book of Acts chapter 2. The first group of Christians, they help each other. They know that their lives were in danger. Okay, the authorities and the mob, and the culture, they wanted to harass them and kill them. They know that they don't have much time left. They want to reach out to one another. They want to love one another. They want to meet together. I believe that during this pandemic time and political crisis, we need to look at our lives. That hey, we do not know what is going to happen tomorrow, next year. Let's reach out to one another within your church, not just the church building. I'm so glad that, Stephanie and Karen, my Winona State buddy for more than 30 years, we still keep in touch, and Tim Bentley, for many years, and many of you here, I thank God for that, connection. Okay, so these are the things that we need to reflect so that you will be refilled with new shalom and give it to the world that's healing, so that they will begin to ask questions, just like in the book of Acts chapter 2:47, and God added to the group when the outsider see the genuineness of the love within the church, within the Christians. outsiders were just curious and said, I never have this. I want to know what is that. So evangelism is a very natural thing during those days because it's powerful, it's real, it's happening within them. The shalom is within them. Okay, so I'm going to show a few pictures and then I'm going to end. Okay. Oh yeah, da 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 da. Okay, it is not the United States flag, but it's kind of close. Okay. Yeah. So my wife has been a big shalom to me, and my in-law in Illinois right now, Ellie, is in Hamlin University. Pray for her, okay? And my two boys are in Harmony, so able to connect with them, you know, on many topics as well, spiritual and stuff like that. So yeah, pray that, you know, God will give Donna, myself, and all of us wisdom. I believe that community parenting is still valid today, meaning that you have the right, you have the privilege, you know, to nurture, to speak life into my children and other people's children too. That is biblical, okay? Yeah, this is an accidental story. I'm going to end pretty soon. Okay, when I was stuck in Malaysia in 2013, because of my visa situation, I was telling myself, okay, I'm going to be stuck here for, you know, another year or so. And I love doing workshop, you know, with my school in Malaysia because as an alumni, you know, for my public school, they always welcome alumni to come back. Moreover, I was educated here, and then I achieved some recognitions overseas. They want the kids, you know, in school to do good and to be better than Wai-Hun someday. So I told Donna, hey Donna, can you please send me that book, you know, on effective teaching. Okay, this is the most hilarious story. Okay, so some of you in education may know about this author, Dr. Harry Wong. They are in the picture here, Dr. Harry and his wife. Okay, so I said, Donna, I'm going to do some presentation to teachers in my school. There will be like maybe 100 or 150 teachers showing up. I'm going to talk about effective teaching. Oh boy. Okay, so Donna sent me the book and I read it up. Okay, I've done teaching in college. It's different, you know, teaching in high school and middle school. Okay, teaching working adult is different. So I said, Donna, please send me the book. I need to be an expert in this topic in within, you know, 1 week or something like that. So I read the book and then I just say exactly what the book say, you know, to the teachers, encouraging them, giving some examples what I did, you know, with students in Minnesota, in Malaysia. And then all of the teachers said, wow, this is exciting. This is so easy, so practical. Man, within, you know, 1 week, I become an expert, you know, in this book, okay? So to make the story short, I emailed to Dr. Harry Wong. I say, Dr. Harry Wong, can I make a suggestion? I don't know him at all. I just randomly email to people sometimes. You might get my email, okay, tomorrow. So, you know, I just email him. And then the next few days, he emailed me back. You know, my email said that, Dr. Harry Wong, can I get your permission to translate your book into Malay language? Because his book is the best-selling teacher's book in the world to help new teachers. New induction of the program. So 4 million copies sold worldwide in 6 languages. So I'm very humble and honored to say here that, you know, Dr. Harry Wong gave me the permission to work on a translation project with a publisher. So Malaysian language of this book, okay, was released about 3 years ago. And Dr. Harry Wong gave me a letter of recommendation, said that, you know, Wai-Hun, we acknowledge, you know, your work training teachers in Malaysia. Therefore, we believe that you'll be an effective teachers trainer in Malaysia. Woo, Eureka, you know, with that, you know, letter, you know, I'm able to do a lot of training, and within, you know, a few months, I become an expert. Okay, according to this funny situation. So Dr. Harry Wong feel very happy and invited both Donna and myself to attend their workshop in Wisconsin Dells, all paid for, hotel, lodging, whatever. It was so fun. Nice. And we are talking to celebrity, and I found out that they are Christian too. Woo! They give away the shalom to the world. Okay, their book is used in more than 100 countries around the world. Okay. So I'm just very humble that able to rub shoulder with the gurus of the gurus, okay? And I still keep in touch with him, you know, lately, okay? And another picture. Yeah, this is another funny story, okay? Last year, pandemic, everybody got affected, right? Everyone, whether you're teachers, you're a healthcare worker. And for me, I like to go to the gym, maybe travel too, right? Maybe once a week, twice a week. And gym, you cannot go. And even if you're allowed to go, you got to wear mask. Oh, that is so tough, boring, right? I was looking at internet, say, what can I do at home? I just do not want to be doing burpee and push up all the time at home, right? That is tough, right? Or chasing the cat like Donna, I mean, that is not exercise to me. Okay, so I look up jump rope, and then I realized that, hey, jump rope is not just for kindergarten kids and middle school. There's some research done about jump rope that, if you do jump rope for 5 to 10 minutes, it's almost equivalent to 30 minutes of running. Wow. And there's no age limit, okay? Even if you do not have a jump rope, you can just pretend that you're holding a towel and just move it, swing it, move it. And then according to research, we're talking to smart people here, okay? According to research, it will help your bones density. It will reduce the chances of osteoporosis. It's a big word, okay? Yeah, so it will improve your bone density. It will improve your agility. It will improve your coordination, your mental, and your heart. I can send you the link if you do not believe me. And so I said, wow, I overlooked jump rope. So I took up jump rope, and then I emailed this guy, Buddy Lee. He is the guru of jump rope. Okay, he was a 1992 Olympian in wrestling. His father went to the Vietnam War, came back. His father messed up, a lot of mentally things. So he shared his story on his website. I believe he was Christian. So he and I started talking, emailing, and we are already on the phone conversation a few times. He is like the guru of jump rope. He's a personal trainer, and I told him that, hey, I enjoy your jump rope, and I bought a few sets of your jump rope. Want to introduce your jump rope system to Malaysia. It's not just about jumping rope, but it's a set of education. How do you improve your posture? How do you build up your cardiovascular? It's like a set of curriculum. So he is so happy. He said, oh yeah, I'm going to love to work with you. And so I and him has been on chat, on WhatsApp video. And if you were to look up his name, Buddy Lee, he's a big name, man. He trained professional athletes from US, from all over the world. Right now, he's in Eastern Europe. This morning, he texted me and said, hey, we need to talk so that when you sell my books and stuff like that, you get commission. And I said, how about 1 o'clock? Because I know that it is 7 hours different in Eastern Europe. So God gave me this connection, okay? Even though I do not have, big sports skill like all the superstar athletes, so he and I are talking. And then another one, this is a success story. Hopefully I will stop here. Many of you, if you are, aware of the Olympics and athletes, in the 80s and the 90s, the name of Carl Lewis, okay? Carl Lewis won 9 Olympic gold medals from 84 Olympic, 88 Olympic, 92 Olympic, 96 Olympic, okay? 9 gold medals and at least 10 gold medals from World Championship. To make the story short, okay, I had a chance to connect, okay, with his professional coach in Santa Monica about 6 years ago, okay? That is also my thing that I sometimes send random email to some people, you never know. Okay, and then he said, yeah, come over. We like to work with you. So I go as a Malaysian coach, my title, and then the Malaysian Olympic team realized that, oh, I'm going to see this big, name, in the Olympic Hall of Fame. So my Malaysian sports body give me a letter saying that we endorse Whitehorn to be our representative to talk with you so that, we know whether we can send Malaysian athletes to train with you. So to make the story short, this guy, Joe Douglas, is a legendary coach. If you go to the website, search for his name, he gave me a letter, appointment letter as a recruiter for Santa Monica, track club, okay? So with that kind of letter, I'm able to go to places that I wouldn't be able to go, okay, to schools, governments, Muslim leaders. I'm able to just open my mouth and talk about sports, talk about in their language, so that eventually I'm able to share Shalom to them. So last week, I was able to share a Bible verse with a Malaysia marathon runner when he was very sad over some incidents, He's a Muslim guy, okay? I'm able to share Psalms 37 with him, the writing of Nabi Dawood in Muslim, okay? Prophet David. So I hope it will slowly build up eventually. And those are the things that God opened the door for me. I believe that, God will open more door for you to pass His shalom. Okay, hopefully maybe one more. Yeah, these are the Malaysian legends in track and field. These two people, they are like Olympic level athletes, Muslim friends. They are same age as me. I keep in touch with the guy wearing black. Donna and I had stayed and visited them, and they are the legends in Malaysia. When I mean legends of track and field, they are like the Michael Jordan of track and field in Malaysia. So we still keep in touch. Okay, because of them, I'm able to connect with a lot of schools, talk about life, talk about well-being. When there's an opportunity, I will share Christ. I will connect whatever I've done with the local church. So collaboration is very important. I want to make sure that I do not just limit myself to a certain group. I believe that God can give you shalom to prosper in your career and use your skills in the specific area, whether it's nursing, whether it's piano, whether in the business, whether in writing, whether in business entrepreneur, whatever. God can use you to connect with higher level people so that you can bring shalom to them. Okay. Oh yeah, these are Malaysian legends in the 80s recruited their daughter to go to Winona State. Okay, and Donna and I had a chance to stay in their house. We pray for them, we minister to them. She's Catholic, the husband is Methodist, and we still keep in touch, very frequent. She said that her daughter did well in track yesterday in Mankato, and she's ranked among the top in this region, and she might qualify for nationals. Okay, in June. So I'm just happy I'm able to play a small part. And about sports, okay, I'm not trying to sell book. This book is probably my best book on how to use sports as a tool of influence. It's written by Joe Erdman. He was the Hall of Fame, used to play for Baltimore Colts and from Syracuse University. He's a strong believer. Even the NFL professional teams are using his book. He's an ordained pastor as well, but they don't see that as a threat because they see that he's using sport to transform lives. So he come up with a syllabus and workshops, and a lot of Minnesota high school leagues are using his approach. How do we engage students? How do we connect? How do we use sports? How do we see ourselves as coaches? So that when we connect with students, we are not just asking them to run and to win medals, but we release the potential in them. Okay, when opportunity opens, of course, we can share more to them about, the tree of life. All right. So these are great resources that God has given to us. All right. Finally, my current students. Okay, I never imagined I'll be working with new immigrant students. 4 years ago, one Korean Christian came to our church here. She said, "Why I need to go back to Korea? My passport has some problem. Can you be my substitute?" Okay, I'll be a substitute for social studies. I've never done social studies teaching. I love doing PE. Because you just make the kids feel tired. That's it. So I become a substitute teacher for not just for 1 week, for 1 month, not just for 1 month, for 1 semester, and then for 1 year. I'm a long-term substitute, just like Moses' mom, a babysitter for long term in Egypt. So I'm the most famous substitute teacher in this Sejong Academy for 3.5 years, and the school wanted me to be back. So when there's opportunity, I'll cook Malaysian food to feed them, and brought this current student to visit Winona State 2 weeks ago. First time, going to visit a college, and the college collaborated with me, give them a lot of freebies, free lunch in the cafeteria. Hey, college cafeteria is better than high school cafeteria, let me tell you, okay? A lot of free food in return, and then they open up the climbing wall for them. I mean, a few of them will go to Winona State, and that's how I connect them with the local Christian groups there. And I do Bible study with them once a month, using the Purple Book, using, serious, intentional, inductive Bible study, challenging them, to understand that God has given them freedom in this country. So this is some of the ways that I become a Shalom and Tikkun Olam to my community. Okay, I'm not a preacher. I am a teacher. I'm a student. I am a friend to this community, and I want to continue to inspire all of you, regardless of what age you are. God can reinvent you. Okay, there's one Olympic champion 2016, Van Niekerk, okay, from South Africa. His coach is about 70 years old or 76 years old when she started coaching him. Okay, 70 something years. So I believe that many of you are below the age category, and I believe that God can still reinvent you and allow you to see his power, his shalom reflourishing again. Any question? I think we are on time. We are more than on time. Okay.
We should close in about 4 minutes.
Good.
Hard stop in about 7 minutes.
Okay, we should close in 4 minutes.
And then if there's anyone in the room, go to up to the peak, and I haven't seen anyone yet ask on Zoom, but I'll let you know.
I've been invited to go back to Malaysia this summer, but I cannot go back because we have these COVID cases keep going up. Okay, a few Christian friends of mine started an international school. They want me to be a part as an advisor for the physical education program, you know. So I cannot go back. So the only way I can be a blessing during this time to Malaysia is through Zoom. So I'm still able to use education as a platform to connect with non-believers and parents. So I'm an accidental educator. I just read this book. For 1 week, I become an expert, okay?
And you may want to stop sharing if that's.
Oh yeah, stop sharing the thing, okay?
And then we can see someone raising their hand on Zoom.
Okay, let me put my glasses on.
Beth has a question. Raising her hand.
Who is raising their hand? Let me see. Oh, Beth. Yes. Sister Beth, how are you?
Unmute yourself, Beth. Unmute yourself.
Speak in the name of
Actually,
Jesus.
I was just waving hi, but you are doing such an awesome work and such an inspiration. And we all will need to just continue to pray for you, that the Lord will use you and prosper you, and that we can use this as a role model for how we can engage in our community. So thank you so much, Waihan.
Thank you. You are a big inspiration to me too, through what you're doing, your care. Send my greetings to your mom. If you see her, she might forget me, but. Yes, Barbara.
Han, I repeat what Beth said. Anyway, all that she says, I agree. And thank you for being such an inspiration to so many of us and caring for so many of us. I wondered, could you provide a list of the resources that you mentioned in your presentation? You know, the books and other things that you mentioned that are useful that people can refer.
Yes, I will add on
or,
more of those things into a thing, and then I'll send an email back to the church or maybe to some of you. My email is very simple, waihanliu@gmail.com. You can just email to me personally, and waihanliu@gmail.com. I will let you have all the list of references, because it's not just about the book, it's about the examples that the people who wrote the book. Okay, I'm more interested about the examples that you and I can do. That's good.
I think, Chris, are you the chair of our group or what? It seems like you have all the emails, or who can he send that to you to be shared with the class?
Sure, glad to do that. Yep.
Yeah,
I have to say that I always wondered what Waihan does. I knew he was
Undercover.
He does a lot. Let me
And
tell
I'm
you.
so happy, Waihan. Thank you so much. I had said to him, please tell us what your work is. And we just moved to a new community, and I don't think there's many Christians in this new senior high rise. And so we'd appreciate your prayer as we try to navigate and not be too overtly Christian, but I'd like to start a Bible study and things like that. And I did find one pastor there. So he was a Lutheran pastor, but he's grieving so much the loss of 2 wives and a child that I don't know if he's able to do it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We need to do geriatric exercise, right? Why,
Yeah.
Hassan has a question. Go ahead, Hassan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hassan.
He's muted.
You're muted, muted.
Oh, you got to the sound.
There you go.
Okay, I love your lecture. It was so powerful. Thank you. I enjoy
Yeah.
it.
May
I
you
hope you will
continue
send
to
us
be blessed.
email for your presentation. I love it what you say.
Thank you. All the PowerPoints are free.
We'll tell him.
So can that be shared through Chris also?
Yeah. You know what?
Presentation.
I'm not here trying to promote a brand. Okay. If you cannot go to the gym, try resistant band. I'm not trying to sell you this. I just discovered this. Okay. This is something funny about me. Okay. Any age, whether you are from age 12 to age 99, I did some research. Resistant band is the safest one. Team Bentley has one set. You don't have to buy from me. I'm not asking you to buy. There's many them you can pick up from Walmart or whatever. If you have this, we almost have the complete gym. I'm not exaggerating, okay? You can bring it anywhere you go,
Yeah.
but don't bring it to the toilet because it smells bad, okay?
Just like we do.
Do demonstrate. You know, you can have, and the band come with different resistance, like 50 pound, 60 pound, 20 pound. I think those work in medical care. They know those are physiotherapy. It's good for injury, improving, and age. You know, you can go to YouTube and type, resistant band workout. I'm not trying to teach you to be exercise, genius, but I'm trying to say that, hey, if you want to travel around, you do not want to bring dumbbell, want to bring, medicine ball, you just invest in, sometimes $20, anywhere you can buy. You can do a lot of things and keep yourself healthy. And, this is my baby.
Demonstration.
Yeah, you can do something, you can do something like this, to stretch. This is a 50-pound one, and then you can put it behind and stretch, and then put it below your leg and pull up, for your ab, and then put it in between the door with a holder, and then pull at the back, This is the cheapest gym membership for the rest of your life. Okay, good.
It's
Okay.
good.
Thanks, Waihan.
God bless you. Be shalom and tikkun olam to your community. Amen.
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 Keep up your humor, Waihan. We appreciate your humor. It's great. Okay.
Yeah, Waihan.
Hi, Tim.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye.
Shalom
Bye
to
bye,
all.
Stephanie from Arizona. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Shalom.
Bye.
Thanks,
Nice meeting you,
Waihan.
Bugondo.
Bye bye.
And
See you
Stephanie.
someday in real
Bye-bye.
place.
Bye.
Bye bye, brother
Thank you
Blaze.
very much so much, everyone.
Waihan.
Bye bye, brother Blaze. See ya.
All right,
See
thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
See you.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye.